What's up, Bulldogs? Let's see what's happening this week on Cold Blue Now. First, we're taking a trip down to Mima's Cafe to get some insight on what it took to bring a taste of Miami to Rockland. Then, Jaden breaks down some of the best streaming platforms to check out. Now please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Nina Bonnet.
And I'm Rylan Muse. And welcome back to another episode of Cold Blue Now.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Wow, I can't believe we only had 2 days of school this week.
I know. I'm not complaining though. Those snow days definitely worked out in our favor.
Very true. But because of the snow, there was no active minds this week. But don't worry, they'll be back in action on Tuesday, March 3rd at 2:15 in room C235.
That's a relief. I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, but make sure you also don't miss the Best Buddies meeting on Wednesday, March 4th, directly after school.
I'm gonna try and make that meeting too.
Same here.
But speaking of things we missed, I definitely shouldn't have skipped lunch today.
Yeah, that might not have been your best decision, but all this talk about food reminds me of a restaurant that brought a taste of Miami all the way to Rockland.
Now that sounds like something you don't want to miss. Let's check it out.
Between Abington and Branch Street lies a quaint yet colorful cafe, known by the locals as Mima's. But it's doing more than just serving up delicious empanadas and tres leches. It's wrapping Massachusetts in a unique story.
I grew up in Miami, and when I married my husband, who's a Brockton resident, I couldn't find anything that I was used to in Miami. My bread, my Cuban food, my cafecito. There was nothing around here. It was always a dream of mine, to have a small cafe, kind of like in Miami. I said one day, I'll get it done, and here we are, 33 years later.
While opening a restaurant is a dream for many, it's much easier said than done. And along the way, Abby found reassurance in the struggles that weighed the price of her passion.
It's not easy, to have a small business, to be a minority, business owned. But I think it's important for us to show the rest of the world that we can do it. People that have traveled to Miami or the Florida area, they know the culture, they know the Cuban food and the Cuban bread and the coffee. Trying to get the culture out there for people that don't know, that is also kind of like on the other side, because now it's like, oh yeah, you do know about it.
And in the end, it gave them the last push they needed to carry on. And today, traces of that dream can be found throughout the cafe.
So in Miami, when you go in Miami, you see all the bright colors, the yellows, the oranges, the terracottas. This actually is named after my mom. My mom was Mima. We have her in our logo, she left her heart in Miami, she got very sick and unfortunately had to come over here, but her heart was always in Miami. Mima's came about after her passing, the colors that you see everywhere, it's the colors that were in her house. So it's just keeping a little bit of everything from her, so everything has a meaning in here, our mural, that's her house in Miami. It just keeps us, a to remind us what Mima is all about. So Mima was friendly and outgoing, and she, wanted to open her doors to everybody. The rewards of seeing people living here with a smile in their face and telling me that everything was great and awesome, whether it's their first time trying their food or whether it's second or third time coming back, it's what makes us keep going.
Mima's Cafe started with a small dream and with a big struggle. It led to a beautiful tribute, serving not just delicious delicacies, but a sense of home too.
Wow, that was so interesting.
I know, right? But on the topic of moving, our girls and boys basketball teams are moving up into the playoff season.
I'm so excited to go to those games. The thrill always makes them the most intriguing to watch.
So true. So make sure to pop out to the first playoff games this season. Girls varsity basketball will play today at 3:30 home against Collegiate Charter School of Lowell, and the boys varsity basketball team will play Boston Prep tomorrow home at 3.
I'm actually really excited to watch.
Me too. I sort of feel bad for the people who won't be able to make it.
Well, don't feel too bad, because they're always able to stream it.
Wait, like on Twitch?
No, babe, but good guess.
Sorry. It was already on my mind since Jaden had been talking about it a lot recently.
Oh, really? What did he say?
I don't remember the details, but don't worry, he can tell you himself. Go for it, Jaden.
Oh, hey! What is the best streaming platform? For me, it has to be YouTube, the champ of online videos. Owned by Google, it's allowed billions of users to watch, upload, share, and comment on videos. Founded in 2005, it serves as a massive hub for entertainment, education, and content creation, ranging from the short Italian brainwash to the highest quality of shows. But why is YouTube the best streaming platform? You might be wondering why I consider YouTube to be the best streaming platform over huge platforms such as Netflix and Spotify. But YouTube is definitely the best streaming platform because of the diversity. One moment you could be watching a commentary on Black excellence. The next moment you could be watching a Minecraft video. Since it's one of the biggest streaming services that allows anyone to upload and share content, YouTube has become a powerful tool for global influence, shaping trends and giving individuals the opportunity to reach millions of people worldwide. Streaming platforms were created to let people watch or listen to content instantly over the internet without downloading it first, completely changing the course of the internet forever. All platforms have their pros and cons, but I still believe that YouTube is the reigning champion over all streaming platforms. But what is your favorite platform? This is Jaden Cadet reporting for STN.
Thanks, Jaden. That was awesome.
Seriously, you did such a great job.
You know, Anita, seeing our CBN castmates on screen really makes me miss them. It's not the same without the whole crew here.
I know, but I'm so proud of them. They're out there doing incredible things and making memories they'll never forget.
I know, right? I can't wait to hear about their trip.
Speaking of exciting things coming up, the middle school dance is tonight at 6. The permission slips must have been turned in today in order to attend the dance later.
There's one last event we need to tell you guys about before we log off.
What is it?
There will be a meeting on Tuesday in the library for the culture fair that is coming up soon. Anyone who's participating should make sure to attend.
Okay. I'm tired and ready for it to be the weekend, so if that's all we have, this has been Nina Bonnet
And Rylan Muse, and we'll see you next time.